Islamophobia in the United Kingdom refers to a set of discourses, behaviors and structures which express feelings of anxiety, fear, hostility and rejection towards Islam or Muslims in the United Kingdom. Islamophobia can manifest itself through discrimination in the workforce, negative coverage in the media, and violence against Muslims. As of 2017, arson attacks against mosques and vehicle ramming have statistically risen against Muslims, predominantly in England and Scotland. Many studies and surveys have concluded that Muslims face discrimination in the workforce. Research in 2014 by Dr. Nabil Khattab and Professor Ron Johnston using data from the Office for National Statistics Labor Force Survey found that Muslim men were up to 76% less likely to have a job of any kind compared to white, male British Christians of the same age and with the same qualifications. An April 2016 report by Nabil Khattab and Shireen Hussain found that first-generation Muslim women from Bangladesh were over 6 times more likely to be unemployed than white non-Muslim women when adjusting for factors such as level of education, family situation and age. First-generation Muslim Pakistani and Muslim black women faced less discrimination but were still 4 times more likely to be unemployed than white non-Muslim women when adjusting for those same factors. A September 2017 Social Mobility Commission report concluded that Muslims were being held back in the workplace by widespread Islamophobia, racism and discrimination. Despite outperforming their non-Muslim counterparts in education, Muslims were roughly half as likely to hold higher managerial, administrative, and professional occupations. Almost 50% of Muslim households are considered to be in poverty, compared with less than 20% in the overall population. The report listed barriers to success including negative stereotypes about Muslims, a lack of Muslim staff or role models in the classroom, bullying, and harassment. The report revealed that women wearing hijab face particular discrimination once entering the workplace. Professor Jacqueline Stevenson of Sheffield Hallam University, which led the research, stated that Muslims are being excluded, discriminated against or failed at all stages of their transition from education to employment. Islamophobia in schools is a growing concern for the United Kingdom, since projections show there may be an estimated 300,000 Muslim teenagers in the education system. By 2021, various incidents have occurred where students were attacked while near school or on campus. Studies show such actions are increasingly common after trigger incidences such as the Manchester bombing. Women and girls who wear hijab are especially targeted, made prevalent by the Measuring Anti-Muslim Attacks organization. It has been reported that around 6% of 53 accounts of reported incidents of Islamophobia have occurred in British educational institutions in 2017. Many of the incidents are associated with bullying and verbal abuse, such as calling a fellow peer a terrorist or taunting religious garments like that of a hijab. The Muslim Student Survey was sent out from the National Union of Students in 2017 to try to gather data on the subject of Islamophobia in educational environments. In this survey, nearly 33% of Muslim students reported either abuse or crime in their place of study. Most of these reports are believed to be directly related to Islamophobia. It also shows a disconnect when relating to such students, since only about 4 in 10 reported Muslim students feel their student governments understand their needs. Even in Wales, teachers in 16 of the 22 local authorities have reached out to an anti-racism charity, Show Racism the Red Card, in response to incidents of racism in their schools. In August 2016, Muslim mental health worker who helps to prevent radicalization Faza Shaheen was detained at Doncaster Sheffield Airport under Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act 2000 for reading Syria Speaks, Art and Culture from the Frontline on a Thomson Airways plane. Shaheen claimed she was targeted and singled out because she was Muslim. Green Party leader Natalie Bennett, director of English pen Joe Glanville, and co-editor of Syria Speaks Zahar Omarine expressed outrage at the incident. In July 2017, Shaheen sued Thomson Airways asking for an apology. The company said that their crew were trained to report any concerns they may have as a precaution. In September 2017, Mohammed Rabbani, the international director of CAGE, was arrested and convicted under Schedule 7 of the Terrorism Act 2000 for failing to hand over passwords for an iPhone and a laptop, which he said contained sensitive information from a torture victim. He was stopped by police after flying into Heathrow Airport in November 2016 from Qatar, where he was investigating a torture case allegedly linked to the US. Rabbani and his lawyers argued that he should not have to hand over the P.